I know you can't hear me. I was just checking that all the lighting was working and things like that. It's Kieran here, the founder of Funder. I'm still working at the office. I'm here late. If you can hear me, say hello and I'll answer the questions. I've got you on my screen right in front of me. I've got you on my computer down here. And I've just come up with an idea, and it's pretty much an idea like when I started my business years ago. I've come up with an idea of how your child can become a children's author. How good would that feel? I've got some ideas. I mean, like I say, I've created this book, Funder's Trip to Space. I've created Funder Goes on Holiday. I've created Funder's Pirate Adventure. I've written Funder's Trip to the Seaside. I've written Funder's Trip to the Zoo. I've written 8 children's books that are all here. And I've also just published this book here that's a #1 bestseller, or will be by Christmas, I guarantee you. And I thought, well, I've got all this experience now of writing books, of starting my own business, of creating things from nothing. I weren't the brightest at school. Academically, I really struggled. And I'm sat here late at night, and it's probably my last day today before I break off before Christmas, before I spend time with my family and my boys at home and my missus. And I just thought, how can I inspire children more? How can I empower children? How can I make a difference to children's lives? And yeah, at Funder, we get active. We have lots of fun. We help children bounce back. And today they're attending holiday camps. But childcare's at risk. People's health's at risk. Children's future's at risk. So I thought, what can I use? What can I do that'll help children who aren't necessarily as active as others, who aren't go happy go lucky, and probably who struggle at school, and these junior children, ages 8 to 12. How can I help them children, the older children who are going on to raise aspirations and move on and progress into high school? How can I help those children? So I've come up with an idea, and I want to share it with you if you don't mind. And pretty much it's how I can help your child become a children's author. Just imagine that, a children's author. I'll teach them how to write their own book. I'll teach them how to, do a blurb, how to come up with their own book, how to create their own book. I'll teach them how to write their own book, and pretty much I will help them and guide them along the way. I'm doing it with 3 children right now. It's a pilot program. 3 children have signed up today. They were on a live stream today, and I pretty much tasked them an idea, and here's the idea. So I've got it on my screen here. And I hope you don't mind. Just imagine that, a children's book author, your child becoming a children's author. So I'm going to share this screen because I want to teach you something, if you don't mind. So sorry if I'm looking down. I'm just looking at my computer. I'm working at the office, and as you can see, my eyes are going square lately because I'm always sat behind a computer. I don't know if you suffer with the same problems, but I'm just so passionate about children unlocking their full potential. What is your full potential? Every child, every person has a full potential. We just need to know what switches your child on. We just need to know what motivates your child to find what makes their heart sing, find their purpose, find their energy, find their why. Why do we get up in the morning? Do you know that yourself? Why do we get up in the morning? Could you write that down now in one sentence of why you get up in the morning? It's a tough question. And I just want to share this quick presentation with you. And in a quick presentation, I'll show you how your child can write a book, how they can get it published on Amazon, or will do with my help. Your child will keep the money from the book generated, and it's not about the money. It's not about the money, but every pound from every book sold, every pound from every book sold will go to a local children's charity of your child's choice. And you know, I feel that's something so powerful. And if you can shout your child now, and if they love writing, you know, they might not be academically bright. That doesn't matter, because I'm not too. I can't pronounce the words myself. I can't write myself. I can't spell maths. I can't even. You tell me the times tables, I couldn't even do them now. You know, and I just think it's if I could teach the children at school some of these, even the teachers, how to teach this, what I'm about to teach your children, then, you know, some children can go on to be a doctor, they can go on to be a nurse, they can go on to be a fireman, a policeman, a public sector job or a role. They're all important for the country, and they're doing a great job as it is. But just imagine if your child could write a book, get it published, and generate their own income at the age of 8 to 12. And I think it's possible. I think it really is possible, because it's so easy to do. And I'm proof that I've done it. And I'm thinking, I've got 24 new books coming out next year, and it's on my Amazon author bio page, and you can view them. But comment below if you would like your child to write a book. Hi Naomi, how you doing? Hope you're well. I know there's no sound. I've just fixed that. But please comment if you've got any questions. But watch this video back if you're joining us. But I'm going to get the crust for the learning now, because I think it's so important that I feel that children can write a book, get it published on Amazon. You parents can help your child. I can help your child, because in January, I don't know if you know this or not, but potentially the country is going to be going into another lockdown. Schools are going to be closed. And I'm thinking, we can't have another episode of where children are getting sent home work from home, and they're excelling in the maths, the literacy, the reading, the writing. So what? So what? At the end of the day, what about children's future? What about their future? And I think they could create and carve something for themselves, and really become a children's author, generate an income, become a no-one seller, and become viral on the internet. And I believe that's possible. So yeah, I'll share this with you anyway. So here it is. So it might be interesting for you parents. I won't keep you long. But if you think it's a good idea, comment below, because I feel it's a fantastic idea myself, and I'm a bit enthused by this. I might not seem it, but I'm a bit enthused by this at the minute. So I want to share this with you. So pretty much, hopefully you can see this, and I'm just looking down at the presentation now. I'm going to try and flick it up here as well so you can get it. But pretty much what I could teach your child, and I'm not being it's important, is this. So imagine this: your child writes a book. So I'm going to help your child write a book. Okay, so imagine that. That's one thing I'm going to help your child do, and I'm going to make sure I bold this because it's really important, and make it a touch bigger so you can see it. So I'm going to help your child write a book. Okay. And it's a course I've got coming out in January. I'm so excited for this. It's part of the series of how to unlock your child's full potential. and achieve greatness, because I think every child can. And I'm going to teach your child how to do this as well. So if you think it's a good idea, let me know. So I'll even teach your child. I'll invite your child, our children. I'll invite children to our funder head office. Nobody knows this at the minute, but we've got a new head office here at Burnley, Lancashire. We can do lots of virtual calls as well, so it's all COVID safe. There's no problem about that. But then I will seed with your child. I will teach your child virtually. I'll get a group of 50 to 100 children who learn how to brainstorm. So brainstorm their book. Ignore my spellings because I'm just doing this off the cuff. And that's why you've got a spell checker. So children, if you struggle with spellings, if you struggle with spellings, don't worry. That's what spell checkers are for. We're in the 21st century. And I don't know why teachers worry about children not being able to spell so much, because you've got Siri now on your phone. So if I struggle to spell something, you can just say, Siri, how do you spell this? How do you spell that? And the spell checker's on your computer. So I wouldn't worry about not being able to spell. Doesn't matter. So pretty much, well, it does, the political way does. The government wants us to spell and rates and results go up in schools and so on and so forth. And fair enough, but it doesn't matter. So we'll get your child to creatively brainstorm a book. That's really important. And then we'll get them to do a storyboard. So it's really cool that your child can map out a book, and it's their ideas, it's their imagination, it's their creativity, it's what makes their heart sing. So I want them to write a book about something personal to them, because if it's not personal to them, they won't keep enthused, they won't keep learning, they won't keep progressing. When they hit a wall or struggle with something, they'll just give up. So that's what happens in most schools as well. Children are not engaged or infused or concentrating in class because they're not engaged with the topic or the subject. So when they hit a barrier or a block, like I used to do it when I was at school and I was in my maths lesson and I couldn't do basic maths, I just give up because it didn't make my heart sing, and I thought, what's the point in this? And I give up. So it's important we find what makes our child's heart sing. We come up with a storyboard. So that's really important as well. So I'm going to label these step 1. And, if you take this little strategy as well, then any parent can teach their child how to write a book. The publishing bit's a bit harder, but I can teach you how to write a book. And I'm going to help children who take part in this course in January. Comment below if you're watching this back or if you're interested as a parent. And I'll help them write their own book and get it published on Amazon. And I'll tell you why in a minute. I'll tell you why, and what's my driver and what's my goal behind that. So number 1, I'll help your child write a book. Number 2, I'll invite your child to our funder head office and do lots of live virtuals as part of the course. I'll help your child brainstorm the book so that we can really find a book that makes their heart sing and really what infuses them and inspires them and motivates them to learn. And then I'll create a storyboard with your child as well. So I'll create your child will go away and create a storyboard, should I say. So that's the next thing. And then tip number 5, what I would do then is, once you've done all them things and you've got that there, then I'd teach your child, or I'd let your child, I won't teach your child, I'd let your child write a story. I'm piloting it right now with 3 children, 3 of our funder-loving children, secretly behind closed doors, and they're going to have a book published up on Amazon by the end of January. They'll be generating money from it. They'll be giving £1 from each book sale to a local children's charity, and they've created that work. They've become entrepreneurial, they've become creative, they've learned lots of skills like numeracy, because they'll have to know how many book sales they've got to make and so on and so forth. So if this is a good idea, guys, just please let me know. Comment below if you're listening, because it sometimes feels like I'm talking into space. So Naomi, if you're still listening, if anybody's listening out there, then hi. This is how geeky I am, really. I really geek out at funder head office creating, and I'm a real creator and distractor. I should be at home right now. It's been a long day. I've been up since 6, but who cares? So I'm just going to carry on talking into the camera, and hopefully this will connect with some parents. And you might think it's a good idea, but I just think it's a good idea. So yeah. So we'll let your child write a story, and then I'll review it. I'll give them some feedback, and then at that point, then we'll start packaging the story. So I'll get my design team, so designers and illustrators. Sorry, illustrators. I'll get my designers and illustrators to design the book. So they'll literally design it. They'll add loads of colour to it. They'll add loads of illustrations to the book as well. And they'll give you a book, loads of characters. They'll get them designed. And it'll look really cool. It'll look really cool. And children would really then feel like, wow, it's a book coming to life. So I'll bring your book to life. So the design and illustrators will do that. So let your child write a story and then bring your book to life. And that's what I'll do. I'll bring the book to life, and then your children can physically hold it, tangible. They print it off and they think, wow, this is getting closer. And then what we'll do is I'll get my publisher. So I'll get my publisher to publish the book. So we'll publish the book. We'll proofread it. I'll send it off to a proofreader because I'm rubbish at spelling, as you can probably tell by this presentation. We'll get it proofread by a proofreader. Get it right, Kieran. And then number 8, what we can do then once we've sent it off to the proofreader. So what can we do? When we've sent your child's book off to the proofreader, we can then pretty much package it up. Package the book up. So every book needs an ISBN number. That's on the back there. Hopefully you can see that. Every book needs an ISBN number. Why does it need an ISBN number? So that once your book gets published on Amazon and by the publisher, that local shops, local distribution places will then see the book in their stores. So, you know, I won't give it. Yeah, to give you an example, I'll flash this up at the end. But the book now, Fund of Greatness, is in Waterstones. It's also in Barnes and Noble, and it's a book I created 2 months ago, and it's nearly #1 best-selling in child development and home education, which is pretty good going from a lad who's dyslexic, can't spell, and struggled at school, and teachers used to make fun of me because I weren't academically bright. Did I fail my GCSEs? Probably. I've just been a real struggler, and I feel you can do whatever it takes if you put your mind to it. That's really important. So these tips here, you will package the book, and then what we'll do, I will make the book available on Amazon. So we'll publish it on Amazon. So let's put publish. Publish your child's book on Amazon. Let's make this a bit smaller now so I can fit this on one page. I believe everything should be simple and on one page. Your ideas, your business strategy. We call it the one-page plan here at Funder, and things should just be kept on one page, because the simpler the ideas, the more successful your idea is going to be, because it helps people understand it better. So by the time you've watched this video or watched this video back and you want your child to become a children's author, then these 10 steps would really, really help your child unlock their full potential. And then they can go into school, into assembly, and say, I've written a book, I've got it published, and it's on Amazon, guys. And the teachers would look at your child and they go, I've always wanted to write a book. I can spell. I'm good at this. I'm good at that. I'm good at this. And no disrespect to teachers, but your child would have a book in their hands showing it off in school. So that'd be cool. So I'd publish it on Amazon, and I'd support with the marketing. I'd support your child to push it, and I'd show them then, some marketing. I'd then show your child how to market. So marketing, how to marketing your book, how to sell. That's what marketing is, isn't it? How to sell the book. So I'd teach your child then how to sell the book. So then in them 10 steps there, 10 steps. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this to one side, because this is going to be our framework. So if I put this to one side, and hopefully you find this useful, but I will teach your child how to do this. I don't even know how to centralize that to the left. Let's have a look. Yeah, I don't know. We'll just carry on. But yeah, so 10 steps. I'll teach your child how to write a book. I'll invite your child to our Funder HQ to work alongside myself and my team, and pretty much virtually as well. It's really for children ages 8 to 12, I'd say, this topic, for the junior children. We'd brainstorm a book. I'd let your child brainstorm a book. I'd show them how to do that. I'd show them how to come up with a storyboard. I'd let your child write a story, and then we'll bring your child's book to life. We'll get a proofreader on it. We'll package the book. We'll publish it to Amazon, and then I'll teach your child how to sell the book. So if you don't know already, what's really important about this is that the result will be this. So that's that. But here's what I'm thinking of the result. So what I believe is that, let me just get this off 2 seconds. If there's anybody with me, if you've got any questions, then please let me know. I'd like to, answer them questions. But this is just a quick little course. So the reason why people write a book and why I've wrote a book is because I want to make a positive difference in the world. So I want to make a positive difference in the world. That's why I've written my books, so that worldwide children can access the funder content, teaching and sharing the funder way, help children unlock their full potential who really struggled at school, just like I did, really. So yeah, that's why I've created my books. But pretty much here's how powerful it could be. So say we got your child's book published, and for example, we charged for a 15-page book, Funder Story, for example, 15 pages inside, and it cost £9.97 for one book. So if we go £9.97 for your child's book, bear with me because I'm not the best at maths, but I want to share this with you. So if we sell a book, just put per book. So equals, let's put equals per book. So £9.97 per book. Okay. And we sell 500 copies of that book. Okay. So I'm going to put here sold. I'm going to put here sell, because I know some people are visual. Sell, sold, and then obviously here as well, we'd go, right, well, we sell for £9.97. We sold 500 copies. So that would be a total. Anybody here good at maths? Anybody want to shout out the numbers on that? Comment below. I'm just talking into my my camera. I know I am, but if you know the numbers, comment, because I'm not the best. But it would be £4,985. Okay, so what your child will do then is they would get that money. Obviously, you'd pay royalties to the publisher, royalties, and that's not me. I can't even spell. You pay the publisher pretty much. So your child would get £4,985. You pay the publisher. And then what I want children to do is then pay £1 per book, £1 per book for every book they sell goes to charity. So my idea is that if I get 500 children, so I want 500 children taking part in this book publishing course, teaching them from home, because we're going into lockdown probably in January. Children can do this after school as well. Bear with me. Children can do this after school as well. So it can be done at any time. So 500 children, and then that will be, let me just work this out. So times 500 equals, so it's that, isn't it? 2, 4, 9, 2, 500. So basically, if 500 people took part in this course, not only would they get £4,985 back if they sold 500 copies, they pay royalties to the publisher, which is fine, but £1 per charity would go to charity. So basically, if we got 500 children on board, we'd generate that much income, and we'd probably generate, loads more back for charity. So the winners of this really is local charities who are desperate for money right now. So children get paid, that motivates them. They can pay for little bits and bobs, and then obviously local charities can get paid too. So to recap on everything that I've taught tonight, which is like a little mini lesson, I teach your child how to become a publisher. I've published loads of books lately and become a children's book author, should I say. Help your child write a book that looks like this. I'll help your child write a book that's personal to them. I'll invite children to Funder, to our new HQ, where we can brainstorm a book. We can do that virtually, so it's COVID safe as well. I'll pretty much be your child's teacher and mentor on how to do that. We'll come up with a storyboard together. We'll let your child write the story. They'll go away and write the story. I'll review it. I'll bring their book to life using our graphic designers and team here at Funder Head Office, my own designers that's helped me design all my books. So we bring it to life. How cool would that be? And then we'd get a proofreader to check all the book and package the book up, and then we'll publish it on Amazon, and I'll teach your child how to sell the book, how to promote themselves on YouTube, social media, and pretty much like I'm doing this right now, I teach your child how to do it too, so that they can really express themselves, they can really grow in confidence, they can really learn 21st century skills, because I feel that schools are outdated now, the curriculum's outdated, and I believe that children will create their own future. They'll create their own jobs. They'll become entrepreneurs. And I believe that some children will go on to be doctors, nurses, and mainstream jobs. That's fine, brilliant, fantastic. But what is your child's full potential, and how do we turn and switch them on in terms of writing their own book? So if that sounds good, then obviously we'll make a difference in the world. We'll sell a book, we'll sell books, and your child will keep the money generated from them books in their own little bank account. It could be their savings for when you need them. If you're, for example, retiring, going in a whole people's home, because we'll all end up the same way, and it's your children that has to look after you and pay for you. So pretty much your children can become stable, financially free, support you parents, and it's the new way of doing things. And that's why I'm flashing up all over social media at the minute, because I believe that books have the power to change lives, and I believe that your child has a book in them and they can write a book, and you can too. So yeah, 500 children will take part in this course in January. I'm going to be launching it. It's after the Funder Greatness book and launch and blah 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 blah, and they'll get on board. But pretty much, how cool is that? And charities will get £1 from every book sold from all them 500 children. So we could raise £1 million for charities. That's what we could do. So it's just a children's book author course, and I believe that that's what we can do. So is that a good idea? Yes or no? Comment below. If you're watching this back, please watch this video back on how your child can become a children's author, and let me have some questions. Is there anybody live watching this right now? And I'll just take a drink, and if there is, would you like your child to be a children's author? So yeah, that's it. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Watch it back, and it's been a 30-minute lesson on how your child can write a book, publish a book, just like these, put them on Amazon, generate income, give some income to charity, some money to charity, whilst publishing their book on Amazon and becoming a children's author. Let me know if you want your child to become a children's author. See you soon. Or even better still, if you take a part in the Funder Challenge, we could build this into the challenge as well. So your child could write a little book and publish it on there on the Facebook page. So have a good evening. See you soon. That was a good long lesson. Bye-bye.